Hello YouTube, this is Jessica from STEM APKs. Welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to continue where we left off in the last tutorial. Or so you remember in the last tutorial, we got OpenCV to download it into our local file instead of working remotely. In this tutorial, my intention is to get these 4 programs installed, and this was the programs that make the logic happen uh, before you receive an image, after you receive an image, and what's with the image upload, what type of file, all of that stuff. That's what we're going to be doing today. So basically, let's go to our cheat sheet here. This is the image preview file, and I already have it here. So, but I'm going to go open it on the Jupyter notebook so you can see it more clearly. And I'll just go over what is happening in the image preview. In the image preview, the first thing that is happening is it's an image ref. It's making a reference to the image element. It's a flag to show whether it's been selected or not. It's true or false. It's a boolean. And the title, of course, is a string. In this one here, basically, these are the same things that are happening here. That's just the types for TypeScript to make happy. So here is the title, making it look pretty, title display. Here is basically the container that is going to be housing the image preview. Is this thing right here. And also, it's got a placeholder when the image has the image been selected, yes or no? And if not, it basically says no image selected. This is what's happening here. So basically, you're looking at this file. It takes care of this part of the page, website page. So now we're going to continue, and this is what this file is here. So you can just copy and paste and put it here. I did them before, so we don't have to take the time, but it's basically the same file that I just showed you. Now I'm going to ImageUpload. It's this guy right here. Close this one, not to get you confused. And it's this file right here. It's this one. What's going on here? Basically, this is the logic to get the image upload. So what it's doing is A is providing a file input that is specifically for images. It's handling the file selection through callbacks. It's styling the file input with Tailwind. This is all Tailwind to make styling the file input. It restricts the uploads to images only. So you can see it only takes images. And it passes the change event to the parent component. And that's what's happening on image upload is happening here. Okay, so nothing very complicated, nice and small. I tried to make these into manageable snippets so you can understand the logic. So now we move on to the output preview. And that one I haven't copy pasted yet. I was in the process of doing that when I started this one. So you'll see me doing this. Let's do it together. And then, okay, what's going on with the output preview? Basically, what is happening here is this one right here is a reference to the canvas that is going to be receiving the OpenCV output, right? So it's basically it's a reference to this container right here. It's going to be receiving the output, receiving the image. So basically this here, same thing. It has the image been selected, yes or no? Canvas ref, right here, same thing. So here is the title for the output selection, just like we did before. The text, the font, nothing that you haven't seen before. Container, div, just like we did for the other one. And it's basically this container right here. And it also has the placeholder when it's not, if the image has not been selected, it will show a placeholder. And that's what you see here, this placeholder right here. Okay. Nothing complicated so far. And this is exporting the default, just exporting this guy. Okay. Now we go to the next one. The next one are the three types that we already talked about. And basically it's just making TypeScript happy. Nothing complicated. And this is this type. Let me show it to you here. So it's this guy right there. Okay. So let's save this now. Okay. So these three guys are done. But this file, as you can see, so far we already have this done. Actually, we have all of this done. So now we're going to create a directory that is going to be housing the use OpenCV hook that is going to practically get the script, the OpenCV.js script, and tie everything together when that has anything to do with OpenCV. So that's basically what we're doing in this one. So now we're going to create that container, that directory, and it's going to be hooks, and the hooks folder. I already have a hooks folder that I'm using with the drop downs. So all we're going to do with this one is create another folder for OpenCV. And inside here, we're going to put this file. So basically, going to call it new file, use OpenCV.ts, and we're going to put this file in there. And don't worry, I'm going to explain what's going on here. So we're going to copy and paste and put it here. Okay, what's going on with this file? First of all, this is what's going on. This is setting, it's got two hooks, the use state and use effect hook. And what's happening here is setting the state hooks in order, basically the OpenCV loading status and errors. That's what it's doing. Loading status and errors and the states. It's stating it first starts with false and then null. Then it's got the hook, the use effect hook, and here it's going to skip if it's already loaded, so you don't, it will prevent loadings, keep loading, keep going, so it stops that. And now in this one here is creating the script element that we got, the OpenCV.js that is in our public directory. Here is loading a promise that is going to be handling the script loading. This is what's happening here. And most importantly, as I explained in a long detail, is running this function. Without this function, remember, the browser is not going to run the image the way it's supposed to be because it's not going to be ready. So what basically this is doing is waiting for OpenCV to be initialized, and then it goes to the next step. If it's not initialized, it will not do anything. And this is the magic that is happening there. Very important section right there. And here now it's going to add the script to the document and waiting to be loaded. Basically, promise that you see here. Okay. And now it's going to load it. And then after it's loaded and after you've done it, it's going to do the cleanup. So it's going to make sure that you get rid of it so there are no memory leaks. Because if you don't do that, it's just you can have a memory leak and it's going to keep going and going and going and going. Okay, so basically that's what's happening in this uh, logic behind these four components. So all of this is done. Now we got the OpenCV working. And in the next tutorial, what we're going to do is work with this image processor component that all three of them are going to be using. So as you can see, there are three of them. There's the canny edge detection, the contour detection, and the Sobel edge detection. And they're all using a file that is basically doing the component for all three of them, the logic for all three. So they will be sharing this file. So we're going to create this container, this directory, and it's going to have this mutual file that all three are going to use. And then it's going to have the canish detector logic and the page, the contours detection logic and the page that is going to render, and then the Sobel logic and the page that is going, well, the other way around, the logic and the page that is going. And basically that's what we'll do in the next tutorial. And so this is the end of this tutorial. I'm trying to keep these tutorials not too long. I will see you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next time.